let me start. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
So, do you
Let me
remember
share.
which is the meetup number?
Very hard question, but I think fourth or fifth,
It's fifth one. Yes, that's
fifth one.
right. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's officially not on YouTube, but yes, in YouTube it's a fourth one, but
Mm.
actually it's a number 5. So yes, so let me begin our today's meetup with more technical session about notification handler, composer, component, and dependency injection, right?
Yes.
So let me begin with that. Asha, if you have a presentation, you can start, or so that
I shared my screen. Is it visible?
yes, we can see it. Yep.
Okay. So before I start, if someone joined today and they haven't attended the previous session, so we had a lot of meetup sessions. It's like unveiling Umbraco 13 and then back office overview. We created a simple site using block list and block grid. And we had also like Umbraco cloud session as well, right? So that those all the videos are there in our YouTube channel, and that's already linked in our meetup group as well, so you can go and check out there. And let's start with our today's session. So
Yes.
it's a technical session. Definitely everyone going to enjoy it. No problem if you know the .NET Core or not. It's okay. We learn together. Um, so let's start. Before we move ahead, let's introduce myself. I'm Asha. I'm working in Umbraco since version 7, like 6 to 7 years. So I know pretty well Umbraco. Nikhil.
Asha, you are sharing your screen. I can see only Teams meeting. You opened a presentation file.
Yes, I'm sharing my screen. So that's why I should just confirm, like, is it visible or not?
Yeah, it's only browser, I guess.
Oh, wait. Now?
Yeah, thank you. Yes, myself, I'm working as a CTO at Giriraj Digital, and I recently introduced as an Umbraco MVP this year. And of course, I'm Umbraco certified master with carrying 10 plus years of experience with Umbraco. Yes,
Yeah,
Asha, over to you.
okay, that's great. Would you like to share some memories about the MVP? Then we never had a chance.
Uh, yeah, it's like an addiction to what we were doing so far, and it gives a fuel to bring up our community onto the next level. As you know, in Umbraco, like it is growing a lot in India. Like lots of people is has started learning Umbraco in India, even though when we just had the last experience with one of the universities, they also liked that it's a .NET based open source CMS. So and they just a few of the students of the university also joined our meetups today. So it's a good news that yes, people are getting awareness of about Umbraco, and it's now just not a CMS, because as I attended Code Garden last this year in 2024 June, we watched Philip's keynotes that we are going to meet in orchestration as the next level. So it's now not just a CMS, but it would be an enterprise DXP levels they are targeting. So yes, for the upcoming months or the years, we will see the drastic change. And technically, yes, as the MVC era, which is Umbraco 8, is going to end by this February. So now the MVC era is going to complete, and the .NET Core, which is fully open source, is coming into the picture from February 2025. As 14 is released, so initially now Umbraco HQ has just disclosed the backend. Now it's time for the front end. So we are get rid of the Angular's JS, now coming on the TypeScript. So it's a big move. So from 14, 15, 16 onwards, I don't think so. It's just a CMS. It would be more than that. Yes.
Oh,
So the MVP activities are kind of it gives another energy or a fuel to share and build more leaders like you as well.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's awesome. It's glad to heard that now we are moving on advanced technology with the .NET Core, and that's something we are learning today. So it's good to have it.
Yes. Great.
Okay, so let's jump on it. Today, I have some objective to build a website or build a solution. I'll not say a website only. We can build a lot of things around Umbraco. As you said, it's not just a CMS. Um, so I have some objectives today to discuss to showcase you with demo. I'm not going to just say. I'm going to show you how to create the things, so that will going to helpful. The very first one is a notification handler, how it's being used, what is the purpose, how we can use it actually, how we can customize thing. So that's for a notification handler. Then dependency injection, like this is the .NET Code's concept, how we can use this with our Umbraco, and how we can inject our services and everything with using this .NET Code's concept dependency injection. And then it's a composer. So composer is nothing like it's like just a composite the collection. We can update the collection, we can register our new services and everything that you will going to see in next few slides. So yeah, this is three main objectives on which we're going to discuss today. And then let's start with the very first one. It's a notification handler. um, this is like handlers you create and register to receive a notification will be transient. Definitely, the transient means whatever we are registering, if we are doing a save, it will going to transit with our services and everything. So for an example, if I'm saving something in, if I'm telling saving, does mean in back office in the content section, if I'm trying to save a content node and the content, it's like it will notify to the service to handle some request. So that's why it's like a transient. And implementation, it's implementing, it's basically implementing from the iNotification handler interface, which has a handle method. So this notification handler handlers handle method is performing all this execution what we need to do. So now after this implementing this handle method, how to register it, this notification handler. So there are three ways using that we can register this notification handler. We can do inside a startup class. Then composer, definitely it's like an independent application, just in like a package, and we want to register some services, then we should use a composer. Because every time if we are building a package, and if I am I'm installing that package in my system, and will system say you need to inject this in a startup.cs, so it won't looks good. So we can achieve this through composer. So that's automatically it will register the services. And then register in a bundle does mean we can create extensions, and to organize that we could have a register simple services, general services. Then we could have notification handlers, options and everything. So we can create one extension method, extension static class, and in that we can just organize, and we can do our registering of notification handler over there as well. Then also with this iNotification handler, we have this iNotification async handler as well. Few of the functionality you want to develop is like a background, as a background process, we can use iNotification async handler as well, which is simply the method is handle async, and using that we can achieve it. Okay, so now what we can achieve with this notification handler. So basically customization before and after. I could see typo, but just ignore it. It's like a before and after. If we wanted to do a customization before and after content save, content publish, content unpublish, member save, media save. So we can achieve it with notification handler. So for the content, for an example, content save, we have a two methods, saving and saved. Saving does mean it will going to call before our actual content saved in our Umbraco database. So we can perform activities before saving it. And saved. Um, for an example, I want to send an email after this content saved in a database, then we can achieve it in after saved method. It's like a not content publish saved. Similar way, publish, unpublish, unpublishing and unpublished, member save. We can perform few activities on a member save notifications as well. Was like if I want to register some token or send to email with some other department after member save or like register, then we can achieve this with this notification handler. Then manage content of language variant. If our customer is telling us like, I want to create whenever I'm creating in English, right, content, it should replicate in Arabic or other language, for an example. So that's something we can achieve with this notification handler. That we're going to say it very soon. So now let's perform a demo.
Yep.
Okay, so I have a very basic setup of Umbraco project where I'm going to create this notification handler. Before that, let me create some structure like a document type structure in Umbraco. Okay, so I'm creating one document type on which I would like to perform some notifications. So like document with type and like notification and demo. Okay, where I have a property heading, which will have a text string. And the second property I'm declaring is a subheading, which has again text string. Here, now what I would like to achieve in this content section, whenever I'm filling this heading, it should replicate in a subheading as well. So that's something that therefore I have a two different properties. Now let me give access to create this. Under home. And for now, I'm just creating demo page. And I'll leave this blank. For now, I haven't implemented anything, any notification handler. Therefore, you are not seeing anything in the subheading. Let's implement this. And therefore, let me take some alias quickly. This is our document types alias. This is our main property alias. And this is secondary property alias. Okay. So now for this as well, as we seen previously, like we can we can set up our architecture for this website. Currently I'm going to create within the same web application, but what is the best practice to create one a class library like a core mydemoproject.core and create your all the code base files over there and just inject that project into this my demo project. That is the best practice to do, but I'll quickly create a notification handler here, folder. There is not necessary to create any folder, but just like for the code files organization, I've created it. Let me create one class file. Content notification service, notification handler, sorry. Okay, now as we seen, it's inheriting from the iNotification. Yeah, where I am performing because I would like to assign this value before it's even published to this property. That's why it will be content saving notification. Okay, now we need to implement this in interface as like a handle method, which have this content saving notification parameter. And here I will get this first few lines of the code. In this notification, will receive some saving entities. So we need to do a for each for this. For an example, let's see entities in notification dot what if I'll do a publish directly content notification published entities. Oh, probably I have taken a wrong. Publish entities. And now here I would like to do like I don't want to perform this notification for all the content types, but it's only for the one we have just created, which is nothing but this notification handler demo. So let me check this. So if this entity dot content types dot alias is equals to notification handler demo, then it will going to perform. Now here, what we need to do, first we need to get the above fields value. So here it's a string because I define it as a text string, strings heading, where entity dot get value. Again, it will be string, and let's define alias. Oh, sorry. Now, first I'll check if this is not null or empty, and then I will set value entity dot set value. Oh, sorry. Another second field. Heading. Okay. If you are using a model generator and you don't want to write like this, then you can directly do notification demo model type alias. So that will be tightly coupled. All right. Now we got pretty much what we needed, and now the second step is to inject this service, inject this notification handler. We need to define, we need to register this, uh, so that can we can call this directly and it will handle this request. Okay, so for that, let's first move on our next topic, and then we'll come back here and see a result. So to see the end result of this demo, we have to go through each and every concept, and then
Yep,
we'll have some output. Okay, so
that's brilliant. Yep.
let's move on our next topic. Any questions so far? Guys, you can use this chat here. If you have any question, raise there, and if anyone knows, they can answer it. Otherwise, we'll take it as a question answer session. Now, our next topic is dependency injection in Umbraco 13. So basically, this dependency injection is nothing but the .NET Core's concept. Then Umbraco support dependency injection out of the box using ASP.NET Core, which is built-in dependency injection, which is a .NET Core's functionality. Sorry. What is the purpose? So manage dependencies and services. So basically, we need to create the iService collection where we are defining our services, like we are injecting our notification handler and everything, where they are where it's defining like I need to handle this request, and for that we need to create a pipeline, such as how it works. So it's use iService collection to register services and iService provider to resolve them. Now, what is which kind of the strategy where we can define, where we can inject our services? As I said, we can do in a program.cs file directly. We can use a composer, and we can use a bundles as well. Bundles is nothing but the extension static class where we are defining and refactoring our all the services. Just like we could have a simple services, general services in our application. So we can create a methods like a static methods and define over there. So that will be like a pretty well defined structure. And how to inject it? We can inject it within a class. Also, we can inject it in a view or our Umbraco template. We'll see this as well. Okay. So now let's see our dependency injection in Umbraco 13, how we can do it.
Sure.
Okay. So I have a program.cs. This is the startup class. As I said, let's create some well-defined structure. I'm creating extension. And here I would like to create a builder. That's like service builder or something. Okay, so this will be a static class, first of all. Now, okay, let me create a method, static method, where it will return I Umbraco builder, and this won't be get set, like add services, custom services. Okay, now it will return this builder, I Umbraco builder, and for this it will pass Umbraco builder. It's like builder, and here what I can do is I want to do this everything within our this class. Yeah, that's great. And this one definitely it has to return builder. So we will, with this, we'll not have like everything in our startup class, but we can manage this. We can manage this with our static class, which we have created. I need to add a reference here. Okay. Okay. Now we are here to inject our I publish for the notification service. So it will be like a static, public static. Again, it will be similar like Umbraco builder where add notification handler. And this Umbraco build. I need to do this somewhere here. Okay, now this builder where add notification handler. Add notification handler with this. Okay, so which type of our notification handler is? If it's a content publishing, then it will be have a content publishing and the name of handler. If it's like a content published notification, then here we need to inject a likewise written builder. So that's it. We have added it. Yeah, so like this notification handler, we can have a general services as well. For an example, for this demo purpose, I can give you like when I'm saying a general services, how it could be. Let me add folder. Where I would like to define an interface. iContent helper. And I'll create one class for the implementation, which will be content helper. Yeah, and this will be inherited from iContent helper. Okay, now we have created this service. In case if we want to use this service in our page, view page, or somewhere in like a notification handler or anywhere, we have to inject it. We have to register it, not inject, we have to register it. So let me create one method where I can say it's like add general services. Add services dot, I'll define it as a add singleton. So basically in this dependency injection, we have three main strategies like add singleton types, add singletons, then we have a scope, and we have this transient as well. I hope you all know what is the difference between that, but I can give you some more information on this. When I'm registering like add singleton, um, then here this object will define only one time. It doesn't matter how many requests are there. It will not going to change. When I'm defining add scope, it's like when it will going to change the object. It will going to change the object's value as per request. For example, I have an API. When I'm hitting it, and then this service object will gonna call. So the scope will be per request. Add scope. And then it will next time it will going to change once I will again hit that API. Then the second is add transient. Here it doesn't matter to request, it will going to change that object value whenever it will call it. So that's it's add transient. So it's a dependent on which type of the requirement is there. Based on that we can define the services, if it's a scope or transient or singleton. So for now I'm registering this service as a scope, and which is I content helper and content helper. We will use this service, and let me add it here. Okay, so this is basically a dependency injection which we are using it. Okay, then let's move on our third topic. I hope you
Yep.
all got it.
Yep. Excited to see the last as well.
Yeah. So now the very last topic is a composer, and what the composer is to. This is the execution of composers in Umbraco application at startup. For an example, there is a something, the database migration. I want to execute at the when the application is startup, then this composer component functionality can be used. Okay, so I registered the services notification handler and everything within a startup class. Uh, Definitely I did this in extension, but it's registered in a startup class. But if we are making one independent application, or for an example package, and we have a several services, we have a several notification handlers, in that case we should use a composer, because I've created one package. As I said, I've created one package which is using a 2 or 3 services. So I can't tell the person who is installing the package to just to register those services in app start. So therefore we should use this composer. And this is it, implementation from iComposer and component composer. As I said, component composer is like it has a 2 method. Component composer is being inherited from this iComponent, which has a 2 method, initialize and terminate. For an example, if I want to run a migration, then it will go in initialize. It will define which migration is there, which type of the database schema we want to create, and terminate. If we need to define few of the logic in a terminate method if we required. And this composer iComposer is it has only one method, which is a compose, which is defining the structure or the whatever we are targeting to achieve or execute. So for now, like examples, how we can use this iComposer as like create a composer for content saving notification. We can create a composer to register services, and it can use along with the component composer as well. So let's see the last part for this. I appreciate your patience level. Thank you. And this folder, it's good to segregate and make a folders. So if we have a more and more, then we can write it, add it inside the folder. a composer for, let's say, service composer. Yeah, so this will going to inherit from the iComposer. And this is the method where we are targeting to write our logic. Okay, this is nothing, but we just need to, whatever we did in this extension method from this program CS, add custom services, and here we did for some notification handler. Okay, so this is the builder, Umbraco builder collection, and we are registering our add notification handler into this. So this is the composer which is using this. As I said, it's also using this I component as well, but it's a lengthy. So you can go and check the Umbraco's documentation as well. You will get all the understanding from there. So I've added in a composer, then I should not add this in this builder. So I'm hiding this I notification handler. It's there. It will behave like the same, but yeah, we are trying to achieve from this composer. So let's finally run it and see. Okay. It's give an error. So it's good. We did something wrong. Okay. With my program.cs, it's creating a bundler and then add custom services. This custom services is like adding, okay, so probably we missed add back office, isn't it?
Right. It was there, I think we removed while doing some
Yeah.
operation. Yes.
Yeah. Add back office. Okay, cool. Back office is saying how I can run without an injection. Okay. So here we have this demo page. Let's see now. I'll put a debug. So you already put. Okay. So now let's perform the save and publish because I've written on a condensed publishing notification. And let's see. Okay, so this entity has content type matching with the notification handler model type. Yes. It will gonna get the data from heading. Yeah. And it will put in a subheading. Yeah. So there you go. This is the subheading where we get this data from heading. So that was just an example. You can create a numerous of the functionality based on this. And okay, now the last step which I wanted to show you related to services. I had create a service, but I haven't used that yet. Let's use it. For an example, I would like to get the details from some root node. Okay, so it's like a global heading. I'll say this global heading. Let me note it, otherwise I'll forget it. So this is the global heading. And I also need to write something, or like to need to define something in my root node, which is a global title. Let me keep this as well with me. Sorry. All right. So what I would like to get some data from this root node and like to put into this demo page. Okay. Oh, yeah, global title. Okay, so let's do that. I've created a content helper. Let me go there. What I want, it's like I want to get this block grid, which is it a block grid? Yeah. Yes, block grid. I want to get a root node. So now we can get this using our Umbraco helper. Private, read only, and Umbraco helper. What I did wrong. It's like a helper, and I need to create a constructor. Let's assign this value to helper. Okay, what I want now, it's like from this helper, I would like to get as like content at root. You can get your settings node if it's not in a root. You can get your setting nodes using like a descendant or self. And the descendant or self is a block grid. Our content at root is also a block grid, but if you define your setting node or something in like a second label or a first label, that you can get easily with the descendant or self. In my case, it's already there in content root, so that therefore I given a descendant or self. Now let's use this. Oh yeah, I need to define this in interface. Okay. Now let's go into notification handler and get the global content string, global content. Oops. Before this, I use public read only, my content helper, content helper. Let me make a constructor of this. content helper. Content helper will give me root node. And I need a global title from that. Okay. So let's check. If it's not null, in that case, I would like to set this global content data with the property which I've created newly, which is a global heading. Yeah. So this is the way we can use this, the motive behind this. This is the way we can use the services in our notification handler and the templates as well. I'll show you the template as well. But let's see what error we got. That's something wrong. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, everything is there. And let me see if I've injected the service or not. And service builder. Yeah, we do have it. Let's see again.
I think, Asha, we need to register that as an add scope.
Yeah, which I have already. I have the content service. Okay, and then this content service and program.css service builder, which is like general service. It's already doing. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's probably can be one mistake. It's there. Builder has a service, add scope, general services are there, composers are there. So what is a problem? Let me
As we are
rebuild it.
using that content notification handler, so do we need that add notification handler? We right now we commented, I guess.
Oh, because I did in Composer. That's why.
So it's yep.
Mhm. Shouldn't have a problem. Let's resolve this problem. I don't want this. The notification handler. Come on. I think I could be wrong here in this. Umbraco helper. Where is this? Some services are not able to construct descriptive notification handler content. Could be some issue, but yeah, we'll figure it out. If anyone knows, please write in a chat if you are seeing this whole process and
Harshad mentioned something like you need to add helper into scope.
going to scope to what?
It's already added, right? It's scope. Yeah.
Yeah, it's already there. A register, it contains services, but come on, we want to see the last result.
Shall we do with the transient instead of scoped?
Let's check. You
Okay.
okay? Content helper is okay. All right, then Umbraco helper, which we are using. Anything with this? Private, we should use private. It doesn't require it for. Where is my service builder? Content notification where I am registering my service. There is some problem definitely.
We can try without composer, I guess.
But
That
but the thing is, I've already hidden this.
yeah.
It's already hide this, and let's see where is the problem. So that's definitely a problem with this content helper. Let me see if the content helper is still there. Definition block grid get root. Oh, sorry. Definition. I'm using this with the notification handler, and therefore it's giving me an error. Oh, I'm doing something wrong, which I suspected. Should it use content? Or is it like?
I think
See?
yes. Yeah.
I was using
It's
the repository directly.
without interface. Yeah.
Yeah. You hope. All right. Then let's define this global website heading. Okay. This won't to perform any action because I've already defined it's like I want to perform the action on this content type. Let's move on this page. Let's do save and publish. Yeah, global content. We got a global content as well. Yeah, and it's there. So that's how we can use the services within our notification handler. And also there was a class. This was a class. That's why I show you. And now the second thing, we can use this with the templates as well. So let's see for the templates. Now we can see it. Let's see. I need to get it. And it's notification handler demo, the document type. I don't want to render this everything. I'll hide it. And what I would like to have from the root node, I need a global heading. So for that, we can do inject. And content helper, I need to get this namespace as well. Content helper, and then let's get a root node, get root. And therefore, I'm doing some div without any style shit. And if it's null, the root node is not null now. Dot, what is called global title. And let me print this in this div. No, global title. So we have a various services in Umbraco, like a member service, member groups, content services. Based on that, we can get a content. We have this Umbraco helper, so we can directly inject in our views and get the data accordingly. So let me go on that page, and I would like to get the global heading. That's what I'm getting here on this page. So that's how we can use the services in our view. So I think we covered everything. We covered notification handler, we covered dependency injection, how to inject our services. We covered composer. If we don't want to do this with the apps that program.cs file, then we can use this composer. And the key takeaways. So we understood in depth of the Umbraco architecture, and with Umbraco architecture, how we can create the custom implementation. Just like as we said, it's not just a CMS, we can use beyond that. So with using this key concept, we can extend our Umbraco back office and the features. Then we see practically, we see composer implementation, we see DI implementation, and DI does mean dependency injection. We have seen notification handler implementation as well. And we share some best practices and tips how to organize the services and everything. Um, and yeah, that's it. Any questions?
That's a great one, Asha. Once again.
Yeah.
So guys, yeah, it's a time for questions. If anyone has any doubt, I think we have two Spartans who gets debugged where we stuck in the code. That's good. Harshad and Debashish.
That's great.
That's the friendliest community is growing in India. That's the sign.
Mm. Thank you guys, whoever shared that, who tried to debug it, who tried to help me.
Yes.
So we have
Let me
seen this.
consider it as a no questions. Yes, Asha, you were
Yeah,
saying something.
possibly. I was saying, like, as we seen iComposer and component everything. So very next
Mhm.
time, it's excited to share. We're going to take a one exciting topic, which is examine index, custom index search with the performance
Yeah.
effectiveness. So that's a very good session. You must attend. And for that, we already learned about composer and component. That's something we're going to use in that uh, custom index.
Yep.
So that's
We
good.
have a question from Harshad Asha, which is can we
Mhm.
use a mapper and ADO.NET?
Yeah,
So they
you can.
yeah,
Definitely, it's like a .NET. It's a .NET core. So whatever you wanted to use, you can definitely use it. You can do a code first migration as well, like we used to
yep.
do in our .NET core application. So definitely, we can do that.
And after some time, Entity Framework is coming back as well. So
Mm.
that's a good news.
Yes.
And yes, for the upcoming meetups, we have two meetups lined up back to back. The first one is which Asha just mentioned about the search. There are three types of search we're going to disclose about that default one, examine index. The second one is Azure index, and the third one is Algolia, which is AI based, which is I think on 31st of August this month.
August. Mm.
And the next meetup, we would have a kind of a special guest from Umbraco headquarter, who is a Jordan from New Zealand, and he is a team leader for Umbraco Hardcore. So yeah, that's two meetup back to back. Is one is with the search and second one is with the time of headless. So we will disclose this in our meetup account very soon. Okay. So stay tuned, guys, and thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate that.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone,
Thank you,
whoever joined.
everyone. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.